Hello. Hey, guys. Hey, Lumi. Hello. Let me drop this link for them. Hey, Miss Pam, you coming up here? Hey, Diane. Hello, guys. I'm just waiting for, hey, Tess, how are you? Guys, I put that video up today, and I didn't know everyone was going to think that they had missed a live. I felt so bad. Oh, I should have sent it. I didn't send it. Did I send that? On time and on screen. Man, Lumi, you'd be so proud of me. I practiced this morning like 5 times just to make sure, just to make sure that I was able to do it and not get stuck in some virtual realm. What was that? All right, I got to figure out how to do this. I know, look at me, Lumi. Pink, is that you?
It's me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing. It was a great live last night, guys. It was Tess. Hello, K-Dub. Is Pam? I know I'm waiting on Pam and canceled. I know, guys. I did it, man. I think you had to see me and cancel this morning. I had her over here practicing with me so I can get this up and running and not be a whole hot mess. I think that's so funny. And then look, guys, I brought out the crystal. I sure did.
I love that. Pam's in the back chat.
Hold on. You there, Pammy?
Hello.
Hello.
I don't have a picture. Why don't I have a picture?
I don't know. Are you
I
supposed
manually
to?
added mine.
Yes,
Oh.
everyone say hey to Pink. Look at them, Pink. Everyone missed you so much.
Oh my
so
God, I
glad
love
you're
you
here.
guys, all of y'all. I missed you too. I got to take a look at the chat.
Yeah, I don't know how the whole chat thing works. It's the first time I'm using it for my cell phone. But is Cancel coming up? I don't know if Cancel's gonna be here. I'm eating grapes with my wine. I don't know, but guys, I wanted to start out the story. I don't know if I told you guys the story, but I gotta tell you this cute little story about my grandson. Now, hold on, let me swallow my grape. First of all, let me give everyone a few minutes to get here because I know there were a lot of people messaging me. And I know that I see the 20 people in here, but I just want to make sure nobody misses it because I know everyone was wanted to make sure they got here. But in the meantime, I'm going to tell you guys a little story about what happened to my grandson, okay? And bear with me. You have to hear the whole story. Don't jump at me. My grandson came in from school the other day, right? And I'm sitting there by the stove, and he comes in. His mom dropped him off. He comes in, and I'm like, "Hey, bud, like, how was school?" And he walks up to me, and I'm standing there, and he looks me dead in the eyes, and he goes, "Negro is black." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What would make you say that?" And he was like, "Negro is black." And I'm like, "What do you mean? Where did you get that from?" I got really upset, right? So I'm like, "Where did you get that from? Who taught you that?" And he looks at me and he goes, "My teachers." So now I'm getting really upset because now remember, my grandson's a little black boy, okay? So I'm like, he's black, Spanish, and white. So let me put that out there. So I'm like, "Bud, you can't, what would make you say something like that? Why would your teachers teach you that?" And he just looks at me and I'm like, "I don't want you to say that." I'm like, "That's not nice." And so he says it to me again. "Grandma, Negro is black." And I'm like, I'm getting really upset. And I'm like, "Bud, you can't say that. I don't know why your teachers would teach you that." I'm like, what would make them say that? I'm like, "What else did they teach you?" He looks at me and he goes, "Rojo is red."
He was speaking Spanish.
They taught him colors in Spanish. And for a little, I mean, he's Spanish too. I need you to have a little bit of an accent because he straight walked up to me. I said, "What'd you learn in school today?" "Negro was black." Just like that. Like no Spanish, nothing. And I'm like, you could have started off with, "I'm learning Spanish colors." and not just walk up to me and say that. And here I am ready to march up to that school and be like, why are you saying this to my son? Like, why would this be a thing? And I looked at him and I'm like, bud, you can't say that anymore. And he's sitting there with tears in his eyes and he's got the waters welling up and everything. And he's like, and Rojo is red. And I'm like, oh, I felt so bad. My daughter walked in between that happened and she's laughing at me in the corner. I'm like, what are you laughing at? And she's like, yeah, they're teaching Spanish colors, but your reaction was kind of funny. And I'm like, that wasn't funny, man. Right?
Oh my
Start with
goodness.
1, 2, uno, dos. Like, of all the colors for you to start off with, that's the one you picked?
I love that
Man.
he's bilingual though. That's super cute.
Well, they're trying, but I mean, I need them to work on the accent a little bit
Right.
because I was just like, what? I just said. And he's looking at me like you just asked me what I learned. And I was like, oh man. Oh man, I can't even. Hey Sherry, hey guys. Oh look, everyone's so happy to see you back, Pink. All right, guys. Remember the
I'm so
questions we
happy
were
to be
going over?
back.
I know. And so I can't
Thanks for
my
having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love
All right.
this.
So I know. All right, guys, I'm gonna make this fun. Kids always come up with zero I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna make this fun. I want to make the first one, just we're going to giggle a little bit. This is the first episode of this podcast. And honestly, I just wanted to make it relax and chill. You know what I mean? Like nothing big, nothing crazy. I just want to laugh a little bit and see how crazy people are a little bit. We'll talk about the unhinged. So I set up a few questions and I want to ask you guys, but I'm also going for the people in the chat. I want you guys to answer it too. So if we're going to answer them, you guys have to answer them too. And don't mind me, I'm eating cheese with my wine. Hold on. All right. Guys, what look at Tess is like, oh Lord. Yes, y'all gotta play along. That's it. That's it. What is the most unhinged thing you've ever Googled? What does your search history look like? If you were to be arrested tomorrow and the cops picked up your phone and they went through your search history, what is getting you arrested?
Okay, so for me, I think just, being interested in true crime cases, I have Googled some things that would make me look like I needed to be on a list somewhere. But I was just researching. It was research. It was not for like, personal research. It was, to know more about a case. But I would think, yeah, people would want to like search my house or something if they saw all of that.
Man, I'm telling you, exactly. All right, Pam. What's the one thing? What's going to get you arrested for your search history? Was Pam there? Oh, hold on. Who's up here?
Pamela,
Oh,
baby.
Pam. I think we lost Pam. Pam came up again. Hold on. Pam, you here? Pam? Hold on. We lost Pam. Pam, I'm going to knock you down and reinvite you. I don't know where Pam went.
Oh, wait.
Hey, Cowboy Bear. Diane said nothing. I did it. Diane, do you really delete your search history once a day? That's so funny. Tess said serial killer searches. That's so funny. Pam's hiding something. I know, right? Pam just knocked down the second. We're like, what's going to get you arrested for your search history? She's like, I'm not playing. They're watching. I'm out. They know the clowns. Hey guys. So we're for the first episode, we're just going to have a little fun. And I set up some questions and I want you guys to answer them too. So I want you guys to put in the chat right now. What is the something crazy that you have in your search history that if the cops picked up your phone, you'd be arrested? They would like put you on some kind of watch list. Nothing I wanted to, Diane said, nothing I want to admit. Hold on, I think we got Pam back. Pam, I got you here twice. That you, Pam? 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 Yesterday would be pay pig.
That's so funny.
Man, I think it is too. Is Pam here? Pam. I think Pam got stuck. Guys, she got stuck in the StreamYard realm. Like she's lost. I feel like some kind of like
Her.
two Pams on one stream. Yeah, I figured I'd put both in just to see if she'd come back. I mean, not too bad of a hitch considering it's me. Can we send super chats on here, Ivy? I have no idea, guys.
Oh my
I
God,
don't
there's
know.
two Pams. I'm seeing two Pams. Are
There
y'all
is
seeing
two
what I'm
Pams
seeing?
because she requested twice, and so I put her in twice. I didn't know which one was the new one.
Lumi said two Pams, one stream.
That's so funny. When I was watching the Natalia Grace documentary, I was Googling some questions about females with her disorder development. That one would have 100% get me arrested. That's so funny, girl mom era. Tess Higgins said, death scene photos of well-known.
No, really though. I'm with you on
No.
that, Tess.
Do you want to know what mine would be? Listen, I swear to God, I've only had one sip of wine, okay? Do you want to know what do you want to know what mine would be? Mine would be, how many killings does it take to make you a serial killer?
Oh my God.
How many
Well, what's
murders
the
does it
answer?
take for you? Three. Three
Okay.
murders and you're a serial killer. I don't know. I'm ashamed to know that. But yes, how many murders does it take before they consider you a serial killer? And that, I'm like, if they ever, when that day, when that whole like doxing thing and like that whole stalker thing happened, and I had to go to the police station, I'm like, they're going to see that. I'm done. Guys, I really thought they were going to take my phone, that they were going to read that. And I was never, ever, ever going to get my phone back or be let loose in the
For your
society
life,
again.
right?
I thought for sure white coat is coming and I'm done. I'm a page.
Girl, I would have chiseled the wall out for you so you could escape.
That's what listen, I was not meant to be a prisoner, okay? Not with this mouth. I would have been shanked in the courtyard the first 10 minutes I'm there.
Oh my God, did you ever watch Orange is the New Black?
I did years ago. Oh, that was on years ago.
Okay, so if you had to choose a character on Orange is the New Black that you think you would be if you got sent to prison, who would your character be?
I don't know.
I see you as a Red. You know Red? She was
Yeah.
she had like the Russian mob boss like thing going on, and she did the cooking in the kitchen and all of that. I could see that being you.
Not
Magda's
the
here.
not the mob boss. Hey Magda. Not the
Yeah, because
mob boss.
that's your brand, you know.
Man, I'm telling you.
You're an
Wait, Pam's
international
back.
mob boss.
Hold on. We working, Pam?
Yeah, I think so.
She's
Back. She
back.
made it, guys.
I was trying to change my picture and it just, because I don't know how to do it, and it just keeps kicking me out. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Forget it. I'm just a circle.
That's so funny. Yeah, I don't know why people picture, why am I some mob boss? Like some mafia don Ned over here. Like, man, if I ran some underground mafia, my pages would go a lot smoother and I'd be on StreamYard a lot easier. I'm just saying there's that.
Honestly, and we would have taken care of like more dirty work. You feel me?
Right? Like if I really was running some underground, like I'd be in the money. My pages would be bigger. My content would be better. I'm just saying, like, come on. It's crazy. It's the Italian stereotype. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be the Polish work you with the KGB.
Oh my
That's just so
God, I
funny.
love it.
Let me be the Guidet in peace, ma'am. That's what I'm saying. Right? Lumi's so funny.
I love it. I know. I love Lumi. She leaves the best comments in the chat forever.
I know. All right. Pam, what is
Yeah.
in your Google history, search history, that if the cops picked up your phone, is going to put you away?
Hey, canceled.
I don't think I can say.
Oh, geez.
Give it
Oh,
to us.
Lord. Hey, guys.
Yeah, I literally am going to draw a blank on this one.
Lumi said
Honestly,
Pam dropped again.
Yeah, I know. That's
I?
why you dropped. I know it was. You were like, oh man, good. They moved on from that question. And all of a
Right.
sudden, magically, Pam is back on screen. Then I bring it up and ask her again. And it's like,
Gotta go.
they're watching.
Am I
They're
gone?
watching. What?
Am I still here or not?
Yes, girl, you're here.
You're still here.
I think I've done a few, like, how long does it take a body to decompose before it's a problem?
Oh
Um,
my God.
Oh
Before it's a
goodness.
problem.
but I
Define
wasn't
problem.
referring to like a human body. I was,
Yeah, tell it to the judge. The jury will decide. I can't.
yeah, like
That's
how many
funny.
misdemeanors can you get before it becomes a felony? That kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I think
That's what I
anything I've
think.
looked up about Karen Reed or Gypsy would
Yes.
be they would probably take a look and be like, that's weird, if they didn't know I had a TikTok.
That's what they would say is it's weird. First of all, I've
They'd
gotten
say
text
I have
messages.
problems, probably.
I've gotten text messages and like stuff in the chat from you that they're not going to look at your, they're not going to look at your stuff cancel and be like, oh, that's weird. They're going to look at the stuff and go, this is a lifer. We got one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Yeah, this one, yeah. No, they're definitely not just going to be like, that's weird. What were
So
you
we all have
saying?
the same red flags.
Yeah, oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Heard.
But I mean, I also have some weird searches and like, I'm trying to think something that's not true crime related. I just feel like a lot of stuff I say sounds true crime related. You know what I mean? But it's like, how do you fix the dog has a toothbrush in its ear? How do you fix that? Like, I Google all that stuff. Like, is the toothbrush in my dog's ear going to make it go deaf? You know what I mean? All the weird stuff.
I think I'm pretty normal. I'd be, for other things, it'd be like I've been looking up how do I grow a lemon tree? And is it illegal in Mississippi to grow a lemon tree?
Not cancel
Because
going to jail for some lemons.
yeah, because my husband was like, well, they won't ship us a like lemon tree here. I think it's illegal. So I like looked it up.
Is it really?
No,
Oh,
I don't
I didn't
think
know there was
so.
a thing. I don't know. And Josie just said, how long does it take for a body to dissolve in acid? That's funny.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Um,
if you watch like Breaking Bad, the acid,
I
you
love
oh
that
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
show.
start
yeah.
thinking of stuff like that.
Lumi said blood in solo cups was a recent Karen Reed search for her. I don't know why I think that's so funny.
Now,
I
if you
really
looked at my
do.
photo gallery,
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's a red flag over here too.
First of all, just think, just think of some of the pictures, like when you're doing videos. First of all, Magda,
the
don't laugh
glamour
in the comment
shots.
section because you're
Yes.
going to the loony bin. She's got these weird videos and shots of Gypsy. It's so funny.
That's
Mine
hilarious.
are like the
Go
glamour
ahead, Sam.
shots. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Mine
no,
are
you're
the
fine.
glamour shots that I just did of Gypsy, but I had to like screenshot old glamour shot photos. And then the one of Ken with his bow tie.
Those are so good. I
They
love
were.
them.
That's so funny.
I love
Or-
Shell Bell's comment. She said, with my newborn, I had a lot of unhealthy poop color Google searches.
Oh no. Think about after that Gypsy video, how many people were sitting there. What's the right consistency of poop? Like, man,
Yep.
the digestive issues we have in this country went up astronomically,
Thanks to Gypsy, poop is now trending on Google.
right? Oh my gosh. All right, here's the next question. You guys ready?
Ready.
All right.
Maybe.
A lot of us on here do content, right? And then a lot of you in the chat do content. Somebody tell me when the internet became a confessional booth. You know what I mean? Like, people are sitting there in your comment section. Has anybody gotten this? And you're like, I don't know. They'll have like a picture of a puppy. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing some cute little puppy video and they're in there talking about like, oh my gosh, I cheated on my husband with his brother. And it goes into this whole like trauma dumping story. And it's like, it's like, dude, it's a puppy video. They get a therapist. Like, you guys get those? No?
Yes.
Just me, guys? The awkward
Um,
silence mean they're only coming at me with those kind of comments?
I think you're special.
Oh wow. That's what I'm saying, Lumi. Like, get a diary, man. I'm not your journal. And apparently, though, I am because I'm the only one who gets these really weird comments in the comment section.
Do you know which ones I love? I love the ones that are like bot comments, but they'll come on there and be like, I contacted Dr. So and so from the village, and the witch doctor gave me a cure for my herpes simplex virus.
Um,
Not the herpes.
not the witch
The herpes
doctor.
simplex. Or like the ones
Yeah,
about like they'll message you and they'll be like, something about your aura told me that you needed a reading. Send me your money now. Like they try and scam you for the psychic readings. I love those too. I like to mess with them. I just message back weird stuff.
I've never gotten any of those.
Really?
No, no witch doctors are in my comment section or in my messages. No, I'm just he's like, really? Yeah, nope, not me. How about you guys? Canceled? You get those? What puppy video did I ever do? I don't know. Like I've done some of like my kids or like, you know what I mean? I put up little like cute, I'm somewhere if you scroll back long enough. All right. There is some, cute content or whatever. But yeah, I mean they do. They even in the gypsy um content, like they'll sit there and they're pouring out their heart to me, and I'm like, this is a whole comment. Part of me wants to be like, let me record it, make a video out of it, and really shoot you down, but I can't be mean. But I'm like,
Oh, I do get trauma dumpers. I have gotten trauma dumpers before where they want to like tell you some horrific story completely at random and without a trigger warning.
yeah, no. And then you get the ones that hop up on live and pull that nonsense. Like I've had some crazy experiences with lives where they hop up there and they're like, you guys remember that one woman that like put a hex on me and that she had like the toenails, the toenail hex,
Not
and
the
I was losing
toenail hex. What did
fingernails.
she do to your
I
toenails?
don't I don't know what we were talking about, but she hopped up in there and I was taking people and taking requests, and she hopped up on in there and was like something about like she was mentioning my cross that I wear, and you wear a cross and it's all gonna come to you, and do you understand? And she just kept staring this really weird stare into the
Oh
thing, and it was
my.
just
She was on
really
camera
awkward.
doing this?
Yes. And then we were talking about something. I don't know why we were talking about toenails. Why were we talking about toenails? I don't remember. But like, I feel like she was putting a hex on me. We were talking about gypsy and spells and like how people like voodoo and hoodoo and doo-doo and all the do's. Um, and so she hopped up there and was like, yeah, you wear a cross on your neck, like it's coming for you. Do you
Oh.
understand? Be all kinds of look, Anna, a bunch of them in the comments are like, I remember that. Yeah,
So
and then
how
for
I was just gonna say, how did it affect your toenails?
it wasn't my toenails, it was my fingernails. For like the next week straight, every 5 seconds, those fingernails were popping off. Like I wear fake nails, but
Oh,
every second, I'm like, I'm missing a thumbnail. This nail came off. Like every 10 minutes, nails were popping off. I couldn't keep them on. Strange things were happening to me during the day. And it was like, I feel like you put a hex on me. People like get sage and stuff. It was
that's
wild.
bizarre.
Yeah, it is creepy. It was totally wild. So yeah, I don't know. Some of these people and their trauma, then you get the ones that hop up on the live and tell you the whole story. And you're just like, yeah. Like
Yeah,
I
and
don't know
they're
how to
like a
react.
hostage a little bit.
Yes, because I'm not a therapist, And so, and
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be completely, I feel back. But if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I'm the person that laughed at the funeral. You know what I mean? Like I'm not, I know because I'm on there and I'm trying to be respectful of everybody thinks like, oh, you know what I mean? Like she'll understand and how sweet. And No, because I get really awkward and I don't know what to say. So it's like, I'm trying not to laugh. So it's like, yeah, I mean, I hear it back. Someone's echoing.
Is it me?
Sorry, I was putting kids to bed, so.
No,
think
I
we
don't
just
hear
need to
noise.
mute. We just need to mute when someone else is talking, or otherwise the audio will like reverberate back.
I love watching your face when that happens. You're like, wow, that's crazy. That is always my line. Like, wow, I'm so sorry. Like, what do you say? Like, I could never be a therapist. And you know what I mean? I just feel like I'm the person that drove up to my uncle's funeral with another one bites the dust, blasting in my car, and my entire family looking at me like, you can't do that. And I was a whole grown ass adult. In fact, it was like 5 years ago. So,
That's a vibe though.
yeah. And I like the guy, but he would have laughed at it though. So there's that. But like, I'm the one who's awkward in those situations. Like, don't come up and, you know what I mean? Tell me every traumatic thing that happened in your life. And then I'm just like, you know, it's wild.
Yeah,
Like, you guys,
that's awkward for me because I don't know what to say. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
We
yeah,
could
you
do like
know,
Ivory and just go, oh.
that's
Say,
what I do.
wow, what a surprise.
Wow. Surprise. Ivory, you got to tell that story.
You, so, all right, you guys want to hear the wow, what a surprise story?
Always.
What were we doing? We were in I don't know. So we were chatting, like we were on Messenger, whatever, messaging each other. And I don't know, I fall asleep, right? And I woke up, I woke up the next day and everybody in the chat is like, Ivory, what's the surprise? Like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, huh? Like, I didn't know what they were talking about. I'm like, what's surprise? And they're all
We're
like,
all like, I love
scroll up.
surprises.
They're all like, yeah, I love it. Like, what's the surprise? They're all like, scroll up. And I'm scrolling up and I'm like, at 3 something in the morning.
Oh my gosh, I remember.
At 3 something in the I must have woken up out of my sleep. I don't know what I was dreaming about, but I must have like texted in the chat like, wow, what a surprise.
It's not that she must have done that. She did do that. And we're all like
Very
waking
real.
up to a ding in the middle of the night thinking, oh my gosh, what's going on? And it's like, okay, what's the surprise? And I'm like, I love surprises. What's going on? Nothing. It's radio silent for hours.
I mean, what's the surprise? And all kinds of messages are coming in. And I'm like, what are you all I'm looking at them like they're nuts. What are you talking about? What's surprise? They're like, look up. You said there was a surprise. And nope, I was sleep texting. I was sleep chat messaging in the middle of the night. And so the next day, that's why, yeah, I posted that video. It was like, oh, what a surprise, because I was making fun of the fact that I woke up in the middle of the night and just started randomly texting people. So there's no group chat anymore because, you know, I give away all the secrets in my sleep. I was the one who got the surprise. I text in my sleep and, you know, yeah, that was wild. It was crazy. That's so funny. Speaking of cats,
That was so good.
man, it was embarrassing because I'm like looking at my husband. I'm like, did you send a message with my phone? He's like, no. Why would I jump into your group chats and start messaging people? I don't have a surprise. It was actually really awkward, man. It
It was
was,
hilarious. It was the
yeah,
greatest thing ever.
but then I'm sitting there in the panic and I'm scrolling back for months and months going, like, what have I said what have I said in my sleep? Like, have I ever said anything crazy in my sleep? I started panicking that I was out here
Too funny.
It's the
crazy
dirty delete
secrets,
at that point. The dirty delete. What do I got to get rid of?
right? Just checking any evidence I can just get rid of. Yeah. Because I'm like, man, gosh,
That's
don't,
hilarious.
but you've never texted in your sleep. You've never like sent a message you didn't remember.
I've called somebody in my sleep. I've called my husband in my sleep who was right next to me. I
It's funny.
did, and I was mad at him for something. I don't even know what. I wasn't really mad like in my normal life. I was just mad in my sleep, and I called him apparently, and he's answering his phone as I'm laying there on my phone. He's like, "What are you doing?" And he had to wake me up. He's like, "Why are you calling me?" I'm like, "Shut up. Why are you waking me up?" Because you're calling me. Look at your phone. Like,
Oh my
what?
God. Right next
He
to
goes,
you.
"Yeah, and you were mad." He goes, "You're mad. What did I do?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know, but I don't want to talk about it right now."
That's
But whatever it
so
was, you
funny.
did it. And now you need to say sorry.
Yeah, poor Mr. Pamela. He's like, "Okay." Whatever.
What about you, Pink? You've never texted anybody and was just like, I didn't do that.
I don't think that I've sleep texted, but I will definitely say that, like, so I use this little tapper app, like, when I watch people's lives, and I've definitely, like, fallen asleep with my tapper on during a live that I was intending to tap on, and then woke up 8 hours later, and low key all night, I was tapping the hell out of everybody's live stream on TikTok while I slept and had no clue. So if you ever
That's
get like an extra 20,000 likes randomly on your TikTok, it could have been me sleeping.
that's so funny. Ever fall asleep on a live and wake up in somebody else's live?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
wild.
It happened to me today.
Have you ever fallen asleep on live while you're streaming?
No.
I've seen
Anybody?
people. I've seen
Chat?
people do it.
Bam!
Chat?
Yeah. Ivory, do we have anybody with a wrench in there? Canceled needs a wrench. She's in the chat.
Everybody needs a wrench.
No, I said, does anybody need a canceled needs a wrench?
A lot of people need a wrench. I don't know how to do it.
I don't either. I just
Yeah,
got my picture up there a little bit ago.
you're asking for an awful lot too soon, guys. I can't handle the pressure.
That's so funny. I wish I could tell you how to do it, but I'm not really even sure myself.
Anybody know how to wrench people? Yeah, I'm going to jail. Because now it's not just my search history, it's my lives. Um, Wrenches for the wenches.
Wrenches for the wenches.
Does anybody know how to give out wrenches?
And why is it a wrench over here? That's so weird.
I don't know. Like, couldn't it
It's
be a
like,
cute
look,
little heart or something?
like,
Like,
look,
Just in
I'm a
case you gotta
tool.
crack it on somebody, you know?
I guess.
I talk in my sleep a lot. My husband gets woken up by me saying, yeah and okay. That's so funny, canceled. My husband talks in his sleep. I don't. I have one in your other channel. So, yeah, Allie, once upon a time when I first went live on YouTube, I Googled it. And now I don't remember how I did that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to Google right now. I just got to figure out later. I'll have to Google it. But I think you got to be in a live, not on StreamYard, to be able to give wrenches. I don't think you can give a wrench on StreamYard because there's no buttons here that I can push that would do that.
Yeah, I think you're right. It has to be
Mhm.
through YouTube settings, I would guess.
Yeah. So after this, I will go live. Don't come in. None of you's got to see it. I'll go live though and try and see
Stay
if I can
out.
hand out some wrenches for next time. So yeah. All right, guys. Some of
Oh,
the other
so
questions.
that's why I can't like just join in StreamYard and it's me. I had to sign in to get in the chat in YouTube to type in the chat. Because I was up here.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I thought this was just on YouTube, but everything around you shows StreamYard. Like when I'm looking at my phone.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. I think
Yeah.
I stay automatically logged in, so I didn't know you had to sign in and out.
Yeah, well,
Mm.
like when I came in here into StreamYard, it just had me as like nobody, and then when I went in the chat, after I finally got in here, then I went in the chat to, talk to people as
We
I was
made
sitting
you
in here.
somebody.
I know, look at that. Look at me go. And so when I went in the chat, it said to enter chat, I have to sign in through, into my YouTube account. So I just clicked it and it signed me in through Google like I always do. But yeah, that was weird.
Somebody just had a wrench. Who was that?
Who
Oh,
was a wrench?
it was the emoji wrench thing, not the actual
Oh,
wrench thing.
you
All right.
sneaker.
Here's Here's another question. Here is the question that's about to break the internet, guys. Let me see, wait. All right, first of all, let's talk about, do you get upset when you're in these group chats, but you know that the people that you're in a group chat with have a group chat without you? Is it like a get mad, feel some type of way, or who cares?
Depends on whose group chat it is.
How many
That
group chats are
part.
you in? You're in group chats
You
without me?
know,
No, I'm just kidding.
you know, like on TikTok, how many group chats people get? They just add you in group chats all the time. I don't even know I'm in half of them till they kick me out, and I'm like, what chat was I even in? Because I don't chat in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like if it's
yeah, I
one of
don't.
those, I don't care because I don't chat in them. But yeah, like if it was something like, just random, but if it was my friends, I would be like, wait a minute, what's happening? Unless you were planning my birthday party, then I'd be like, oh cool.
Yeah, but how would you know? Because you weren't in the chat.
I wouldn't know, but I would just assume that you were planning my birthday party. That would be
Right.
the only reason I wouldn't be in there.
Exactly what we're doing. We're planning your birthday party. When's your birthday?
Always. February 11th, What do you mean? What's my birthday?
That's so funny. Ali said, I don't care. How are y'all getting are they giving themselves wrenches?
I would not know.
They all got wrenches.
Wait,
Let me go look.
what?
They're all passing out wrenches. The wenches are passing out wrenches.
I want to rent. Look
Oh,
at
I think it's
Magda.
just the
Can I
emoji.
get one?
Yeah, it's
That's
the
so funny.
emoji. That's funny. Go Magda.
Ali, how do you do that? So funny. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not one that cares if I'm in the group chat or not. I'm the one who gets upset if you're ghosting my calls and your text messages, and I start getting that feeling like, did something happen and I don't know? But if it's just about a group chat, and like, if I'm in a group chat with a bunch of people, but they have a separate one without me, I assume that people speak to people privately, or that, you know what I mean? It's not just an everybody thing. So yeah, I don't think it would bother me at all. I used to be in a group chat, but they're not in it. They're not in it anymore. Yeah, Sherry. The group chats are wild to me. I think it's a lot of drama. It's a lot of drama that I'm not willing to risk it for the biscuit. Okay. I'm not willing to be in group chats with people. And then tomorrow, everyone who loves me and I'm your friend and I care about you and you're good people. And, all of a sudden tomorrow there's like screenshots of my group chats all over the internet. You know what I mean? And everyone's making it about them and they're talking about me and they're talking about me. Meanwhile, it has to do with the fact that I baked a ham on Sunday, but people aren't seeing that because group chats that's a dangerous game that I don't play. I'm not, nope, I'm not
Yeah.
down for the drama. Y'all can have group chats. Call me if you got something to say to me, but for the biscuits and gravy, right, Karen?
I think the funny
Imagine,
thing is like I've done this before, like in the group chat, I'll accidentally put in a picture of like my shoe because I've, like how you're like scrolling through your photo gallery and you're trying to put a picture in and I'll send the wrong one and then I'll delete it and then put the right one in. I'm like, okay, the picture I put in was actually like a shoe. I'm sorry. I'm not dirty deleting. You know what I mean? Like you feel like you have to explain
now I'm
because then
not gonna
everybody's like,
lie.
yeah,
You start deleting crap that I didn't see. I got
yeah,
questions. What? You took it out and you posted in the other group chat without me. That's what I know you did. And
yeah,
now I
that's
want to know
exactly it.
what you took. Like, I don't mind if you deleted it after I saw it. But the fact that I didn't see it, and then it's like three other people did. It's like, did you wait for me? Not, for everybody else to see it. And then when I didn't see it, you just took it out. Like, yeah, that's too much mind games there.
Yeah. So now I'm just gonna have to leave pictures of my shoe and or whatever. I'll just
Leave
leave it for now.
pictures, leave
That's
weird
so
pictures
funny.
of the shoe. Leave weird pictures of like the nose hair clippings when you accidentally
Yeah.
take that picture when you're using your phone.
Well, I
I
literally
told
just did
Ivory,
that in a chat with my friends. I had just got my new phone this week, and there's a button on my phone now that I didn't have on my iPhone 14 that I have on my iPhone 16, and I was figuring out. I just like found it and was like, "Oh, what's that?" And I took a picture, and it sent to my chat. Like, because I didn't realize I took it, and I knew the last picture I took was something I wanted to send to my friends. So I thought when I hit, like, send, I was gonna hit the right picture. I hit the picture that I just took, and I didn't know I took it. And that's what went into my group chat. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's not what I meant to send. So I deleted it and then sent the picture before that. You know what I mean? Because I was just figuring out my new phone. But on the iPhone 16, I'm telling you, there is a little triangle button or little rectangle button on the side that you can't even feel it. It's just an opening. And I clicked it by accident. And I sent a whole picture. I was like, what's happening? Then I dirty deleted it because it was like a picture of my shoes, literally, because I was looking down. And yeah. So yeah, I did that. But yeah, I'm sure everybody's like, what did you delete? Like, nothing, it was my feet.
You heard her, Pink. It's just pictures of her shoes and her feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tammy sending them feet pics to her pay pig over there. I clocked you.
Yep, on my
Guys,
OF, you know what I mean?
stop with the pay pig. I want a pay pig. I want 5 pay pigs. Like, is there
Yeah,
a number? Like, is there an amount you can have? Like, at some point, does it become illegal to have a pay,
I mean, how much time do you have?
right? Like, I'll
Yeah,
be
I
sitting
think
there
that's
showing
the limit.
people your
I'll
little,
clear my schedule right now today.
listen, I'll be a little short, thick man over and over again. I could do that. Like, you know how many times I could do that in a minute? You know what I mean? Like, put the Tootsie Roll away. You know what I mean? Like, now send me money, baby.
Not the Tootsie Roll.
Right.
Not the Tootsie Roll.
I'm so dead. No, but I know a girl that does that in real life. She does financial domination, and I'm trying to figure out like why she's still working a regular job, because I feel like she is probably making a freaking killing off of that. Because from my understanding, you literally have them drain their bank accounts. Like you're, humiliating them, and they're sending you all of their money, which I live for that.
I want to. Who are these people? Like, is there some list you got to get into? Fill out an application, send a resume. Like, I want to know where I find these pay pigs from. Like, is there paypigs.com? Actually,
Yeah, is there
let me
like a website or an
check
app
out
or
the check.
something?
Hold on.
So the
Is
girl that I know is doing it on Twitter. Like she's made a Twitter account, and I guess she's like hashtagging like pay pigs, financial domination, whatever.
so there actually are pay pig sites.
Do
1-800
tell.
pay pigs. So
100
they're called Findom websites. Hold on. All right, I'll share the wealth. We're all about to get a second job.
Drop it in the chat, baby.
Hey, Karen said pay pigs are us.
Period.
What is a pay pig? Pay pigs are individuals who provide financial support to dominant partners and find satisfaction in this. And
I will be that
role
dominant partner.
the unconventional nature of this fetish is often characterized by power dynamics, role playing, and an unusual form of intimacy. In exchange for the money, the pay pig can receive praise or degrading remarks from their dominant partner. There would be no praise. That's wild.
Now, what about the anonymity in that? I mean, like, can they find you? That would be the thing that would worry me. Can someone find me? You know what
Who?
I
I
mean?
don't care. Everyone can know who I am if y'all just gonna send me money because I called you a bitch. Let's go.
Oh, well, no, like, I mean, would they get like obsessive with you, or you know what I mean? That's the thing I would kind of be concerned
I would
about.
hope so, because the more
Pam,
obsessed they become, the better the payment coming in.
Pam, you've had people obsessed with you on the internet though already. So, what's one more?
Well,
Yeah,
facts. But
that's
yeah,
true.
At least you can
yeah.
make
Mm.
money off of this one. You feel
Well,
me?
yeah. Could you imagine?
Can you imagine turning everyone into a little pay pig?
Oh my God, yeah.
Shit, I'll do
Yeah.
it for free.
Yeah, it would be
The-
nice to
the-
just yell at somebody. Just, I think it would be really good therapy.
that's what I'm saying. So the Private Sugar Club is an exclusive online platform that caters to individuals seeking. Why are you laughing?
The private sugar club.
I love
That's what it
Pam's
says.
giggle.
I know. The Private Sugar Club is an exclusive online platform that caters to individuals seeking a unique and mutual beneficial arrangement. More than just a conventional dating site, It's renowned as top-tier pay pig site, making it an ideal destination. Hold on, I can't type this fast enough. What was it? Wait, what was it? Making it an ideal destination for those interested in the world of financial domination. Members can explore a realm of financial reciprocity where generous benefactors or quote unquote sugar daddies and financially submissive individuals or pay pigs come together to indulge in their desires. This
Yikes.
discreet and secure platform fosters connections based on financial compatibility and mutual consent. You have to be financially compatible because I'm a millionaire. Just saying. You'll find
Period.
you'll find a diverse community of like-minded. All right, so really, yeah, it's called, for those of you asking, it's private sugar. It's the privatesugarclub.com. You're welcome.
All right, gotta go. It's been nice chatting with you.
Right? Don't
I should get in
forget
on this.
hashtag paypig. Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
It's not
I'm
like you're
saying
cheating.
because I don't know if anybody's noticed lately, but lately, but gingers are trending. So maybe I should
Ooh.
jump in on some of this.
Well, I'm telling you, they really are.
You need to
Like,
The
hashtag
whole
this live stream with hashtag paypig.
Yeah.
Lumi just said, wait, you could set up a chat GPT bot to respond to them and have like 8 of them going at the same time. Lumi, you're about to be my business partner. That's brilliant.
That
There you
is
go,
That
Lumi.
was brilliant. You have Findoms. That's a prime choice amongst pay pig sites. Oh, there's multiple. BDSM dating only. They do hashtag pay pig. Fetish Galaxy. I mean, the galaxy now. Now we're getting up there. When it comes to diverse range of fetishes, including financial domination, Fetish Galaxy, somebody writing these down? We should all go on there and just call them bitches. You're all bitches. Pay pig seeking interactive and immersive experiences will find Fetish Galaxy a top choice. I
Top
Want
tier.
Clip has earned its place as one of the best pay pig sites by offering a vast library of content for those interested in supporting their favorite dominants. Oh. Ashley
Oh.
Madison? Wait, hold on. Ashley
No.
Madison
Wait
is
a
not a pay
minute.
pig. Hold up. Didn't people go to jail for that?
Yeah, wasn't the Duggar man on that website?
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
Josh
he
Duggar.
sure was. More than once, right?
Oh, yes.
Is
Yeah, I
he the
think there was,
creepy kid toucher?
Yeah.
he's the one who molested his sisters.
He's got all kinds of problems going on.
Sat
Oh,
there,
and his wife's still standing by, living in a barn.
Oh
yeah,
my
that's
God, I
wild.
vote
With like
euthanasia.
25 kids, dude. They
Mhm.
got 25 kids.
Yeah, I think they had 6 or 7 at the time.
Girl mom era said my old boss was on Ashley Madison. That's wild.
Yeah, that got messy for a lot of men really fast.
That's tea.
Yeah.
Oh, at least they're being honest. While not exclusively dedicated to financial domination, Ashley Madison provides a secure and discreet space for unconventional relationships to flourish. Because I love unconventional relationships. That's wild. You
Oh my
have
gosh,
many.
so I just got a link, like a referral link for Raya. It's like a celebrity dating app. A friend of mine got invited to join, and so she got me a referral link for it, but I haven't like signed up or anything for it yet, but I thought that was interesting.
So do tell, what is this site that we speak of? Who we dating?
So it's a dating app where you like meet and match with celebrities for dating purposes.
Like real celebrities? Not the fake
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, the real one?
I mean, I don't know, maybe they are catfishing on there, but I don't know. From my understanding, it's like pretty it's legit, and it's like you have to have a referral link. Not everybody can just like create a profile on there.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's I don't know. We'll find out. I'll keep you posted.
yeah, absolutely. I want to know. That's so funny. You got Cam Soda. You have My Free Cams. That just sounds like,
Oh my. Did you say
yeah,
cans? Cans, like with an N?
Cam. No,
Oh. I was gonna say, wait, I think I've seen that one.
But bump.
I think I saw that site once.
I snorkel.
Canmommy.com.
Not Pam talking about my free cans.
Thought that's what you said. I legitimately thought that's what you said. I was like, we can't gloss over that, can we? What? My bad.
But I'm sure, I wonder if that's a website. Someone Google that and see if that's a thing. I'm pretty sure there's people
Clearly.
out there that made that a thing. I'm sure. No doubt in my mind that my free cans is an actual.
Take a sip. Take a sip and let's move on.
Who was the one who said we were doing tequila? I may hop to tequila there, Tess, or whoever it was who said they were hitting the tequila. At this point, when we're on myfreecans.com, I need to hit the tequila.
Period.
You have Live Jasmine offers a premium experience for pigs interested in engaging with stunning performers. Stunning performers, not the stunning. I can stunningly say, you're a fucking bitch. Give me money. What is this? You don't even have to show your face. You're just messaging someone. You got Fetish Fix. Adopt a Brat. Oh, Adopt a Brat. That's a thing. Allowing pay pigs to adopt submissive partners. Oh, now see, that's where Sugar Daddy comes from. I got it now. Flirt for free, because, normally we charge to flirt. I'm live. Sugar Daddy meet. That's a thing. Oh, you guys ready for this one?
Always.
This one's kind of funny. Chatterbait.
What?
Chatterbait. That Magda, I see you. Oh, Pink's back. She got kicked. She got booted.
Sorry.
Not baited.
That's all right. We have Chatterbait, like masturbate, but with chat. So you
that's old
chatterbait.
school. That is old school.
Chatterbait. Oh, I
Wait.
get it now. Never mind.
Wait, you know what Chatterbait is?
Oh my God, yeah, that's so old school. It's kind of like, do you remember Omegle?
Mm-mm.
It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like how you would scroll through TikTok Live, but it's not really like that because it's people doing other things.
Oh.
Oh, kind of like on that. Wasn't it that clapper that had that dark side to it? Remember
Ooh,
that?
Man, that was
an accident.
Not
that
the
was
clap
crazy.
app.
The clap app.
That's why I understand why they call it the clapper.
Yeah, that was a jump scare.
I can't believe I'm the only one that doesn't know what Chatterbait is. Like, I feel like a whole
I don't know what that is.
Thank you. So it's not just me. Lumi's like, Chatterbait is for the OGs.
Yeah, like I remember going on it like when I was much younger, like probably too young to even be on a website like that, to be honest with you. But yeah, there's people like showing their little dingalangs and whatnot.
Then you got OnlyFans. Play with me.
Yup.
What's your price? Yeah, for real. Oop. I'm suing. Lumi just said, listen, y'all have me. She said, y'all have me sign up for Clapper, thinking it was a TikTok alternative. And she goes, I'm suing. She said, I'm suing. Yeah, that place was like, that was like a virtual freak off, man. That was like I
was not prepared.
Virtual dungeon. And then if you're like
didn't know
me,
it was all that.
Man, then if you're like me and you have no idea what you're doing, I'm sitting there and I'm looking for a live going, hey, where is everybody? And there's some chick masturbating in the bed. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, and I remember being like, where the hell am I and why am I here? Like, this is not,
like
Ivory Rose don't know this. Like, this is not what we're trying to know.
I did not know all of that. You just opened my eyes to a whole new world.
And you can literally, like, they sit there and look at the girl that it was horrible. I'm on the verge of becoming a full-time lesbian. I can't. Listen, it's horrible. Like, you go over there and they're just like, and they're on live panels doing it with each other. And it's like, man, like, it's just why it was the most wild thing. I've never seen that. I'm like, how is this like a thing? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's why I hung out so much on Red Note and was learning Mandarin. I'm not even kidding
yeah,
because everybody went to Clapper and I'm like, I can't do it. I'm going over and learning Mandarin.
Were you
yeah.
clapping in Mandarin?
Oh, I straight up was learning Mandarin. I had my own interpreter and everything. Like I was living my best life over there. I really was, remember?
Yeah, she was. She was coming back speaking Mandarin. It was so funny.
It was so
But
fun. I
nah,
had
those
so much
there.
fun.
Cam's like, y'all can have the freak off. I'm learning Mandarin.
I really, really was learning Mandarin. Like that's
She
no
was.
joke. I
Yeah.
spent hours a day with my interpreter over there. He was taking me in lives and they were like, "Oh, America!" and they just loved us. Like they had it was so much fun.
Ah,
I was like, "Yes, America!" Yeah,
Yes, queen.
I know. I really, honestly had so much fun over there. I got so many followers, and just it was so much fun. Like I didn't even do anything. I just was talking, and they were.
do you still have it? You still have your
I do.
That's so funny. You would know it.
I go visit my friends occasionally. I was invited to come over and stay with families and oh, they were just so excited. We're gonna make a whole vacation. Like I'm not even joking. Of course I didn't go, but yeah. Hmm.
Oh, I
I'm
would have
telling you,
been.
it was a lot going on.
Oh wow.
They were so
I was like,
excited.
sure,
They
I'll go
loved
on
it.
a vacation. Hi,
Yeah, they
honey.
were like, I mean, all the Americans were just so like welcomed and it was so much fun.
They were really welcoming to us, though. I do have to say that.
Hmm. Yeah. And I
Um,
know a lot of people had some opinions about it, but you know, the thing is I think they had preconceived notions of us just like we do of them. And turns out we're all just kind of the same, really.
yeah,
You know, I mean, you take the political out of it and we're all just people. And they were just like super, super excited, just asked all the questions and were so nice. And I mean, they could have been cussing me out in Mandarin for all I know. But then towards the end, you know, I was figuring out what those words meant too. So yeah, they were really just being nice.
yeah,
It
they
really
were. They
wasn't.
were really super excited over there, and like, I don't know, my videos. Like, I would put one or two videos in when I thought we were gonna have to stay over there, and they went places. I was like, wow, all right.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, it
love the
was
Americans.
yeah, it was super fun. I think they were so excited to see a different side of us that maybe they didn't know
Mhm.
existed. Yeah.
Yeah. But Magda said, "Ni hao, Pammy."
你好，蒙哥很巧，Kitty. Yeah.
I love you, Pam. I can't.
A
Diane said
chickadee
you were the
I remember.
tee
queen over there.
Yeah.
A chickadee tee. What did
Kitty.
I say?
You really didn't say anything.
Oh, well, it sounded good. Anyhow. 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 Anyhow.
Anyhow. No mommy tata too. That was bad words.
We, see, ye, got nothing.
I'm living for this, Pam.
Yeah. Yeah, I still have a lot of it. Like yeah, I do.
That's
I
funny.
took it very seriously. I really
I'm
did.
impressed.
I took my job over there on Red Note very seriously.
I love that.
Yeah, she was. Do you remember that though? She was in there constantly talking about, like, oh, I'm over here and I met this person and I felt like, there goes my friend. I just, you know what I mean? She's over there and I can't speak Mandarin, so I'm out. Like, I'm done. I was pushed aside.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was really like I really had the best time. Well, you guys know because I was coming in all the chats like typing Mandarin.
She was. I'm like, how do you even type Mandarin?
It was hard. That was hard because the spelling makes no sense. No
Yeah,
sense
no.
whatsoever. And so yeah. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I could speak it better than I could type it, that's for sure.
I love Pam. She helped me through a tornado. I was about to have a panic attack, but she bent the wind. Oh my
I
gosh, not
did. I
bending
bent
the
the
wind.
wind. That's a whole
Not,
thing. I really did.
she did. She bent the wind twice.
Hmm.
Not just once, twice.
I may have to do it again tonight. I'm just saying because we've got a storm blowing in. So I'm just
Oh, do
saying.
you really?
Yeah. Well, they said it was gonna be here at 4 and it wasn't. Then they said it'd be here at 8 and it wasn't. But now they're saying after 10. So I'm like, okay, I'm ready for it. I've had time to prepare.
Magda said, shy, shy.
Shy shy.
Look at
I love
me.
that.
I'm adding Mandarin to my list of
I'm telling you, it's
languages.
great. It's so great. I really want to learn Vietnamese. Like I know some because, you know, I have kids that are Vietnamese, but Yeah, my kids don't speak any of it. They used to. That used to be all they spoke. They don't speak any of it now, but I speak a little bit. So
They did come to you only speaking Vietnamese, though, right?
yes,
And
yes.
now
Well,
you speak
Phalong
none.
didn't. Yeah, Phalong didn't speak at all. Like he was completely silent. But Philip only spoke Vietnamese, and Phalong only understood Vietnamese. Both of them only understood that. So when they started learning English, they kind of were watching TV a lot, so they were seeing a lot of like commercials and commercial
Mhm.
expressions and taglines from commercials and things like that, which was so funny. Like that was really funny.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 1995, and I'm like, no, it's not. Okay, come on over here. Like it's so clean. Like no, we're not talking about that
Aw.
right now. And they spoke in just like commercial taglines.
Aw.
Yeah,
You're great.
yeah, you are
That
great.
is so cute.
Yeah, we had a lot of really funny ones, but yeah. But they both caught on within about a year and a half. They were doing pretty well. So
Oh, that's awesome. And
yeah,
now they
because
don't. I think it's funny now that they don't speak it.
no, but and here this is gonna sound bad. Don't judge me, but when I go to the nail salon and I take them in, Falong or not Falong, Philip, he seems to understand some of what they're saying because he'll just answer questions when they're only speaking Vietnamese to him, and so he says he doesn't remember, but he does.
Hmm.
Yeah, because when he's hearing it, like right there,
It just
he's can
registers.
answer the question. Yeah, it registers to him.
Hmm.
Yeah, Falong was a little bit younger when we got the boys, so he doesn't seem to know what they're saying, but Philip does.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
not
can see how.
everything, but he knows enough to carry a conversation. Like he can speak back in English, but he can follow the conversation. So
So he can follow, but he can't speak it back to them.
right, right.
Magda, your grandson is part Vietnamese.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, he's such a little cutie. Is that? Oh my goodness, he's so cute. He's such a little cutie. Such a handsome little guy. But
Yeah, and then Miss Sophia, she's half Vietnamese. She doesn't know any of it. She mm-mm. She came to us at birth
well,
though,
I was just
so
gonna say she came to you like a week or two old or something like that, right?
she was 2 days old when we got her. Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
then
she
her little
never speaks.
brother, their little brother Jack, the littlest one, he was 5 days old when he came, and then my brother and his husband adopted him. So he was here for 2 weeks until they got their home study done, and then Jack went to live with his dad's.
I think that's so not funny because it's like haha funny, but I think that's so it's amazing. I'll say that. The fact that your brothers have your daughter's brother, or your brother
Mm-hmm.
has your daughter's brother,
Mm-hmm.
and that he calls you mom, right?
He calls me Aunt Mom.
Aunt mom, that's it.
Yep,
That's so
Aunt
funny.
Mommy.
I mean,
Mhm.
it's funny, but it's cute because at least you still give them a sibling relationship.
Well,
And I
we
think that's
raised all the
adorable.
kids as siblings. So
Mhm.
my all nine of my kids are Jack's brothers and sisters. All of them. That's how, and it just kind of happened that way because I can't really just tell him, well, only Philip, Falong, and Sophia are your brothers and sisters, but Shay and Ajane and Alasia and Riley and Randy, they're not your brother. Like that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Right. How is some my
Um,
can you imagine him going to school one day? Well,
no, he has.
only some of them are my siblings. The rest are all my cousins.
Yeah, I mean, it just didn't make sense, and it just sort of evolved that way. He called Randy Shay his big sissy. He called Alasia his big sissy, and so
Aw.
and Riley was his brother Bubba. So and Riley's
What?
27. His brother Bubba.
Oh, that's cute.
That's what he calls him, brother Bubba.
Oh,
And yeah, you can't like in our family. Everybody's so diverse. All the kids, they all look different. They all, but they're raised as siblings because they're siblings. So you can't really, when Jack came along and he wasn't going to live with us, because I mean, I could not do 10. Like 10 was, I couldn't do it. And my brother and his husband had always wanted to adopt. And this was a great opportunity because, Jack was in the family now. And so it just kind of worked that way. But we kind of, went back and forth with how to do that. And I said, it just kind of makes sense because, Sophie and Philip and Falong have, six other siblings here. Why wouldn't they be Jack's siblings too? Because
yeah.
Philip, Falong, and Sophia are Jack's siblings. So why wouldn't their siblings be his siblings? Like, I don't want someone to feel left out. I don't want someone to feel like they're not a part of what that is. So yeah, and it's just so natural though. You know, it's always been that way. So it's so natural and there's no confusion in our family. Like everyone knows who we are. So
I love that. I think that's so great. It's like the best for everybody. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
hearing about it,
it's
it sounds like,
simple.
whoa, what's happening in that house? But when you really look at it, it's the most amazing
Yeah.
story.
Well, if you take the complication out of it, which is something adults put into it, you know, we put the complication in there. To kids, it's very natural. Like it's just
Yeah.
natural for them. None of them saw it as an
Question
issue, a
anything.
problem, or confusing. It's just life. It's just family.
That's
We're the ones that
awesome.
make it complicated.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Because I think I overthought it way too much. And it was just that simple. You know,
Yeah,
it's just
that's
love.
crazy. Um, it's the last few minutes. Did anybody want to come up? I know a couple of people asked me before if they could come up. I don't know if anybody wanted to come up to say anything. Magda, you want to come up for a little bit?
Come
Ivory,
on,
can you throw the
cutie.
StreamYard link?
Sure can. Maybe. Listen,
Yeah, I know. I know. I can't. I don't know. There's it's not happening.
they're asking me to like split atoms and stuff.
Isn't that
It's
what
so
it
funny.
feels like? It's so
It really
complicated.
does. Yeah, because let's be real. I mean, yeah, I didn't have computers. We didn't have computers back then, like these kids.
Mm-mm. Nope.
It seems like everyone knows each other. What do you mean, Buffy? Where did Cancel? Is Cancel? Oh, Cancel was putting her kids to bed, so she might not be in here
Yes.
anymore. I'm not gonna lie though.
I've got my husband doing that in case anybody wants to know why I'm neglecting my children. I'm not. Their daddy's inside.
Ah, that's
I'm
so
outside
funny.
in the glamper where it's quiet.
Oh, jeez. Oh man. I'm so jealous of that glamper. I'm not even gonna lie.
Girl, I am telling you, it was so needed. I'm so excited. I'm literally going to be in here until the end of September. Like it's not even a thing. I'm living in here. I don't even want to go in my house.
Yeah. Buffy, were you talking about? I think everyone here who's in here. Yeah, I think we all do. We know each other.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
a
you're lost.
family. Welcome, Buffy.
Welcome, Buffy. Now we know you.
Yeah, we're just chit chatting. We're not really. It's not like we're talking about anything particular. Let me tell you, at first I was a little um indifferent to YouTube when I first came over here. Why did it freeze, Magda? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
can hear you.
Um, so it might be just you, Magda, but I was, you know what I mean? I was a little bit like, I don't know, I was just indifferent to it. It was such a different feel from like, other platforms, from TikTok and everything else. But when I tell you, I feel like the drama over here is so much less. It's I've learned to love it over here. It's like so just relaxing and quiet and grown up, you know?
Grown up. That's it.
Definitely. I
Yes.
will say, like, when I started my YouTube channel, I was um impressed by YouTube and the fact that like my demographic of subscribers is an older demographic. Like, I think my highest percent of subscribers is like 40 to 50 something year olds, and just the vibe is so much more adult, like you were saying, in comparison to TikTok for sure.
Yeah, I feel like it's just so easy. I don't know what the difference is because really when you look at it, it's the same thing. I mean, you're sitting on a live, people just randomly can come in, or it's people, either way, you know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know why people aren't acting a fool here on YouTube like they act a fool over there. There's no creators. I mean, you very rarely see creators going at each other on YouTube unless I'm missing something. But I never see it. You know what I mean? Like I don't ever see any kind of just hot mess, or I don't know what it is. The vibe is just so much different.
Yeah. Yeah. And for people that come in for the first time and stuff, you have to remember all of us came in for a first time too at one point.
Oh yeah, we
You
like
know, like I went into Ivory's live for the first time once, you know, and then I just stayed. And same thing with Pink, I'm sure. And you know, so many people in here. There was always a first time to come in. And, you know, you may not know anybody, but you will.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point of this is just, you want to get to know everybody. You want to get to
Yeah.
know, you know what I mean? Lumi
Yeah,
just
because
said,
we're all
Messages
just,
here.
we're all just people, and we've all got such different perspectives of our lives. And, Ivory and I have, like, between us, what, we have 19 kids.
sure
That's a
do.
scary thought. Yeah, haven't said that number out loud. Um, but we have some things in common. Pink doesn't have children, but she brings such a perspective to our thoughts, and we're like, oh yeah, I never thought of that. Or and then Canceled, she's got kids, and she lives in a different place. And then it's, yeah, I mean, it's just all of us just have so much of a different perspective on the same things, and it's really nice to bring your minds together and your thoughts together. And it's wonderful. That's what friendships are, though. That's what groups are. That's how life is done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's definitely why this was a big deal to us making these podcasts. You know what I mean? Like, just to have a friend group to talk like just regular people and not necessarily like this isn't really doing content, as much as like the true crime pages that we have and stuff like that. It's just this really was just for a place to come and talk where we're not getting, harassed or spammed or all of the
Yeah.
things.
Or, you you say something and then it's twisted or turned, and it's just nice to just talk normal stuff too, like opinions and thoughts. That's not
Yeah,
true crime.
yeah,
Like there's more to life than that, and that's not just what we all think about all day long.
Right.
yeah. There's no harassment over here. Like, I mean, listen, I like TikTok. I loved the vibe when I first got on it, but man, the harassment has come to like, it's just crazy over there. We're here. It's like, man, I feel so at peace just to be able to hang out, talk, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, do the things. And like, it's just, I just feel like no one's gonna, who's screen recording my,
Yeah.
my live and like gonna go, it's just a different, it's just grown up. Like, the 12-year-old 45-year-olds stay over there, and then it's like, you know what I mean? Then the adult people come over here and hang out.
I will say I've been through a lot of stuff and around a lot of people I've never seen from TikTok. Just, I don't know. I've just never seen, that type of vibe in my life. So it,
Big same. I agree completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dare I say this, because it's always the people that say, I don't like the drama and I don't do the drama that are always bringing up the drama. Let's be real. It's like they gaslight you for 45 minutes, an hour, talking about all the drama and all the BS, and then go, I don't like the drama, guys. I'm not here for that. I'm here just to, you know what I mean? And they do all that
let's
shit,
play
which,
kumbaya,
yeah, which is probably what I'm doing a little bit. But like, I really can't handle the drama. I don't like it. You know what I mean?
I
It's like,
stay in my
listen,
bubble. I've learned to
hmm
just stay in my bubble. I'm doing my content,
Yeah.
and that's that. I'm leaving it at that. And it makes me feel better. Just not even, I don't even, honestly, I don't even care. Like,
yeah.
I don't.
Nico Moon, you're right. TikTok is the devil. It really is. I mean, it's good for content. It's good to get content out there quickly. You know what I mean? Like, and the lives are good. The problem is, it's the drama and the nonsense that are just like, it is. It's like, you know, you got the city and then you got the burbs over here. You know what I mean? That's really what it
Yeah.
is. It's like you're walking down there, you got you're watching your back, you know what I mean? Because people will come after you just because. But it's like,
Yeah.
man, I'm just so over the nonsense. Like, I can't.
Well, it seems like it's just so competitive, like they can't come up with content. Somebody can't come up with content on their own. So they'll take from you and then blame you when you say, hey, wait a minute, and then all of a sudden they just attack, or they attack you because you're bigger, or they attack you because of who you know, or it's just so silly. It's like, do you guys have jobs? Do you have like hobbies or what? Like, is this your full time gig? Like, what is happening? And it's not, creators that have a full time gig, that's great. But these people that do this stuff, they're not really creators. They're just mean.
They honestly, Facebook is a place for people who want to talk shit. I feel like good content can be made on TikTok fast. It's short, it's quick, get the message out. If you don't have a lot of time, I feel like YouTube for long stories and like this, like podcasts where you're just chit chatting or videos where you really want to get a story out. This is so much better. That's good for just the fast knit, the fast pace of things. However, you're right. Like, take my content. I don't care if you reuse my content. Quite frankly, I don't.
I
You know
don't
what I mean?
either, and I don't care how many followers I have. It doesn't, you know, bother me. I know other people look at their, oh, I have this and that many, and I'm like, well, that's okay. I enjoy doing what I do, so
I
I'm
think
just gonna stay in my bubble.
to some level, it's a feeling of accomplishment. When you start a platform at zero, right? We've all started our platforms at zero. And you get up there and you're sitting there and you got people, you're like, man, these people like me. I like them. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a feeling of like accomplishment. I'm doing something right. You know what I mean? Like, that's really what it is about, or at least it is what it's about for me. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you got, some followers. It's like, it was a feeling of accomplishment. I started at zero. Here we are. We're all working up the ladder. I don't understand the whole, I don't want to be creator, but I'm going to do all this nonsense just so I can get followed. Like, be a creator. Don't be a creator. Steal my content.
Yeah.
You can have it. After I've posted, you can do whatever you want with it. I don't care. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's a really weird, like, I feel accomplished because I started at zero and I worked over the years for it. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't sit there and I'm like, go at people think because you have a little bit more followers that you're like, again, I'm some kind of mafia don. I can assure you, if I was some kind of mafia donette over here, all
And
right.
we're all your bitches,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, man.
Like,
Almost everybody who is in this chat has been in most of them have been in my TikTok lives. And have I ever asked anybody to do anything? Never once. It's so wild, these stories. And what do you do when you're not going to knock people down? Like, why do you care so much what other people are doing?
Yeah.
It's the jealousy for me. Like, it really is like for the mean girls, the jealous ones over there, that you have something I want. However, I don't want to work for it, but I deserve it. It's wild.
Well, and
yeah,
I think also, oh, I'm sorry, cancel. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I think also that, when people hear you in like a podcast type environment where you're being, your person, you're being yourself, we're talking about our lives, people may start to realize, they probably don't have time to sit around and do what, this person is telling them to do all day. Because, like, okay, me, 9 kids, 4 grandkids, I have a crazy life. Canceled has a crazy life. Pink is working all the time. All of us we're just people. Like, we're not employees of anybody. We're not any of those things. We're friends and we're people. And to
Yeah,
be
there's
Yeah.
a
honest, the
lot of times
majority of our day is like we can't even talk to each other during the day half the time because our lives are crazy.
yeah,
And
just like earlier, I have an autistic son, and he needs extra assistance. And
yeah,
so, like, I had to hop down for, sorry, a car.
Canceled?
I had to hop down for bedtime. I just hop
Oh,
down. I don't say, do you mind? I just go. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. And that's what you do. And it's
yeah,
really
but
sad. It's really sad because there are a lot of people like in the chat, like that, you know what I mean? And there are some people that I talk to. I'll never let anybody know who I talk to, that like they'll call me and be like, hey, how are you? And it's like outside, I don't, you know what I mean? I met them on TikTok, but outside I associate with them. I would never even let people know because they would find some way to ruin it. But it's like, I would love, Lumi, you're funny as heck. I would love you to be able to be like, hey, Ivory, guess what? You know what I mean? I think that that's awesome. Like, you meet people, you can hang out with people, everyone's got good vibes, but it's like, you have to be terrified. And that's such a horrible place to be. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, I never expected people to be so weird and terrifying, but we've all experienced that in the last year on TikTok, and I'm not into it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just here for like good energy, positive exchanges. I'm not trying to entertain all of that, and it gets to a point where it's like, okay, I'm either going to really snap or I'm just going to choose something different. And so for me, that's what I've been doing. So I'm really glad to be back, and I'm glad that everybody in the chat has been so warm and welcoming. Just after everything, it's really nice to be over here and have this kind of positive, reciprocal energy with all of you.
well, I
Yeah.
think a lot of times, like, that's why I stay in my bubble, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it's never ending on TikTok in the drama. And so I stay in my bubble and I do my thing and I stop and I do, and I'm a mom. That's, I don't have time for, I feel like it's very middle school. And people just want to hate, just to hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
you're not wrong.
when I got into the whole gypsy niche and the true crime niche, that was all new for me. I've been on social media for a long time doing different things, okay? And when I got there, it was the most wild experience for me. First of all, I know that I made mistakes. I made mistakes because if you come at me, my first reaction as a human is to stand up for myself and clap back. Okay, don't come for me. Leave me alone. I will never start with anybody. I will never, never. You'll never get that from me because I honestly don't care.
Yeah, I think that's with how I feel too. I- I'm very calm and I'm very nice. And that's why I stay in my bubble because I don't want to step out of character because I can, and it's not worth it for me. But
Yeah.
people expect you not to stick up for yourself, I feel like. And I like, well, you're doing it. Why can't I stand up for myself and say how I feel, what I feel if I'm going to be attacked or slandered, basically. So,
Yeah, I agree. It's just, and again, I'm not going to sit there and act like I'm some angel. And you know what I mean? Like, I got a sharp tongue and when I clap back and you finally get me to that point, but I'm not on social media. I'm doing content. Like, you guys see my videos over here on YouTube, over on TikTok. Like, I'm on like all of the platforms. You know how time consuming that is? Do you know how time consuming it is to go look into cases and look into stuff? And it requires a lot of work. People don't realize that a lot of work plays into that. I am busy. I also run businesses. I also do all kinds of things. And so it's like, I really don't have the time for the nonsense. So why come at me? Why? Because you didn't take the time to look into content. It's really weird. I don't understand the jealousy aspect of it. Like, I've never been a person, anybody who knows me knows that I'm always trying to pick people up. I'm always trying to help people, or just, you know what I mean? I'm nice as pie to everyone. Like, and then to sit there and then all of a sudden become afraid of people, where now it's like I can't even respond to a message because I'm like, I don't know if people are trying to get up. It's just the most wild and crazy thing. It's insane, and I just don't understand it. And then they're going to sit
honest.
there. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, honestly, what I do, I sit back now and I watch. I just watch and observe. And then I know where, I know to just keep my head low and do my thing because,
You
yeah,
know, there's a lot of us on here that are just like, whatever. I don't care. Say what you want to say. However, we're all still human. Like, sometimes you can't help but sit there and be like, wait, what? What are you saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's me. Like, don't you can talk about my looks all you want all day long. Quite frankly, I couldn't care any less. I validate me, nobody else validates me. But to sit there and say that I'm doing something to harm people, or you know what I mean? Meanwhile, I'm the person who gets my house, my address, my kids, my phone number, all of that put out there. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, no, because never did that. People just don't like the fact that I just defended myself and told people to stop talking, you know?
yeah. And I'm the type, I will defend myself, but I also defend my friends because I know them personally and I know a lot of shit is bullshit that's
Yeah.
being stated. And, I'm going to stand up for my friends because I
Yeah.
know, I just know. And I think anybody would
I see.
who is a genuine person.
I'm big on that. And then I caught myself because I'm usually the type that if I see something horrible, I'm going to say something and I'm going to call it out because, especially if it comes to a dangerous point. But I've learned that, you know what, you just got to let people be messy and hurt each other, because when I do try to call it out, it's like, man, here we go. And then all the targets, whether it was the person I was trying to help out or the person I was going against because they were doing something dangerous, all turns back to you. And it's just like, wow, you know what, learn my lesson. You all go, you know what I mean, fight each other in the streets, in the TikTok streets over there. You all get into your rumbles, and I'm just going to not say anything. And it's sad because you want to warn people and be like, hey, you know, people are doing horrible things to each other. Like, don't do that. Like, I see you. But man,
Yeah,
was that a lesson I learned?
I it, like I said, I've never seen so many like people gathering, your address and then posting your road or something like that. That's weird. What's that going to do? What's the end game? That's why I just was like, you know what? My name is Samantha. This is what I look like. So now what do you have on me?
Yeah, exactly. And so, Cherry Blossom, do you all take accountability for what you do? Absolutely. I've admitted to everything I've ever done. I'm not the not take accountability kind of person. If I did it, I own it. I've never not owned anything I've ever done. So that's the wild part. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I was some angel. However, if you poke a bear, the bear's going to react. I'm just, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter where you are in real life, on the internet. If you poke a bear hard enough, it's going to growl. It's going to come at you.
100%.
Yeah, Lumi. I don't know why the default for everybody is the doxing.
Because it
That
makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel like you're going to be afraid. And I'm not going to lie, there's a moment where you feel like, oh shit. But the reality is, pull up. You know what I mean? So you have my address. What other reason do you have to say, I have your address? I know where you are. I know you have children. What other reason do you have to tell somebody that besides something malicious, something threatening?
Yeah, that's a threat
Okay.
in and of
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah. So, okay. I hear what you're saying. Come on. That's got to be the answer from now on. Okay. Pull up. You have it. Okay. I'll post it. I don't care. Who's going to drive up to my house?
I
You
was
know what I'm saying?
stalked and stalked by a man. See, that's, yeah, the doxing and the stalking is horrible. And people sit there, you got the mean crew that just want to sit there and be funny. Oh, I'm going to put her address out. I'm going to put her phone number out. And then you handed literally my information to a whole damn stalker, which was completely wild in and of itself, because you never know when you're putting that information out there who is receiving it. And that's so scary. And then to sit there and to see the things that nobody else sees. Oh, Ivory's some big horrible bully. Meanwhile, they're over, even on this app. Yet the people who don't know that story about me don't see what these people are doing, don't see that these people are poking the bear. You know what I mean? And so when I react, people are like, well, what are you reacting to? Nothing happened. However, you don't see the innuendos. You don't see people, oh, we're going to have a podcast and let me tell you a story. But yet the story is really about something personal in my life that they got all backwards. And you think you're not poking the bear, but then I'm a horrible person for calling it out because nobody sees it. It's just a wild game of gaslighting and playing a victim. Victim always gets me more money. It's the whole gypsy thing. Victimize, playing the victim gets me more money, more views, more this, more that. Meanwhile, the people who are really here just for content, to be good content creators, are trying to get some kind of joy off of hurting people. Like, what does that say about your own mentality? That's crazy. I'm gonna say it. That's crazy.
It is. I mean, it's trying to like terrorize people mentally. And like, what happened to you that made you feel like you needed to do that? You know what I mean? Like, that's something deep and dark.
It's a keyboard warrior with a camera, is what it is.
Exactly. And the fact that, you know, people are sitting there and they're bringing their pages down and they're coming off the internet and people are scared to come back on. It's just a wild atmosphere. It's
Yeah.
just, like, and I appreciate everybody though, because nobody's come at me with any drama. They don't send me videos. They don't, You know what I mean? Unless it's really something like, man, like this is really important, it's a dangerous thing, they'll send it to me. And I appreciate the fact that they filter before they send me stuff, because I really, it's like, that's how much it's like, man, just let us have fun and, hang out. If you didn't, if you weren't spending so much time in a backup burner, and I'm sure there's some in here right now watching everything that we're doing, you know what I mean? It's just, it's wild that you leave people alone. In my space, in my sandbox, I talk about what I want to talk about. It's none of your business. Just like what other people talk about is none of my business. However, when you're sitting there putting out horrible information on people, that breaks a whole new level.
Yeah. And then if you react, you're the bad person. Well, okay.
Always. And it's the gaslighting. Man, the
Yeah.
gaslighting is just so outrageous. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm going to spend 3 hours on a live talking crap about people, but I'm going to end it with, man, that's why I don't talk about people. It's like, wait, what? You know what I mean? It's like, God damn. It's just so funny. Like everyone is just getting manipulated 24/7. It's the most wild thing.
I tell my employees, worry about yourself. Like, let that be your motto when you're here. Worry about yourself. Like, don't focus on what everybody else is doing. You don't need to go and run and tell what the next person is doing. You don't need to be in some kind of competition with the next person. Worry about yourself.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Tracy said our nursing huddle every morning ends with play nice in the sandbox today. Exactly. Play nice in the sandbox. If you don't want to play nice in the sandbox, move to your own little private sandbox. That's really it. And going on TikTok live streaming, screaming, making people feel bad and making them feel bad mentally gives you more views. Just saying, if we are going to hold ourselves accountable, then everyone should. Well, I agree. I completely agree with that statement, Cherry Blossom. Yeah, people should be held accountable. The problem is some of us take accountability and some don't. And everyone sees the person or the people taking accountability, but the rest are just the constant victim. So keep your eyes on your own paper. Exactly. People must be miserable. Buffy Love said people must be miserable with themselves and their life to do shit to others. That's what I'm saying. Isn't that wild?
Well,
Like,
and if you look at it, when you really listen to these people talk, when they talk about their past or they talk about whatever, it's something they've been, they didn't have a seat at the table all their life, and now they think this is a place where they can bully people into getting that. And it just doesn't work that way. If you're a person that, never had that place with the crowd you wanted to, maybe take a look at what you're doing because it's continued on into your adult life. Maybe you're the problem.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's exactly it. There's a reason why you're not getting offered the seat at the table.
Yeah, there's a big reason. And,
So everyone check yourself. You know what I mean? Like that's really what it is. These people, oh, I can't see. I don't know why there's a dollar sign right here, but I can't move it. These people aren't happy with awesome lives. Exactly. You know what I mean? I don't understand. Hold your own life, talk about whatever you want to talk about, and let other people be. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that's really what this is for. Like I love true crime. I'm gonna Ivy Rose nose isn't going anywhere. It's really not. You know what I mean? But this is just because I enjoyed the chat in there so much, and sometimes like we just went off on these little tangents, and we talk serious and we talk just funny, and you know what I mean? And that's really like why I brought this up and why we're doing these two podcasts is because, while we still want to talk true crime on our other page, that's not what we're all about. It's not everything about us. You know what I mean? And so we're here just to be friends, just to hang out, just to talk about, whatever. You know what I mean? Like I'm not the only one running this here. Like you guys, you want something to talk about, then come on up and talk about it. You know what I mean? I don't mind people coming up here and talk. That's the whole point of it. You know what I mean? It's like this is free, safe. We're gonna hang out, and there's no nonsense that comes along with it.
exactly.
A safe place, a safe haven.
And not everybody has to agree. Like if we're saying something about, the way we're dealing with our kids, or just say that, if you've got a better way, bring it up because I'm telling you what, I'm open for suggestions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
seriously.
know, it needs to be a place like that, you know, where and I love that about most everybody in here is like that. Oh, hey, have you tried this? Have you tried that? It's just a place to bounce off ideas. It's women being friends with women and being genuine,
Yeah.
just being ourselves. And nobody here is right all the time. Trust me. I know I'm not. And you know, it's just a fun place to talk, just to
Yeah.
be girls.
Crack jokes. I want to be able to crack jokes, and 55,000 people didn't sit there and take that personally and think I was talking about them. And then tomorrow, there's videos up about how I'm being a mean person. Sometimes, like, guys, I'm really sarcastic. And sometimes I literally just crack jokes, probably at inappropriate times. I'm that person that sits in a business meeting and then cracks the joke, and everyone's looking at you like, but then you got that one friend over there that's like, I saw that. I'm going to do it too. But that's me. I'm the one who, can sit in a serious situation and just, I'm going to say something sarcastic. A joke is coming off my tongue. Like, I'm going to, lighten the mood. I'm going to lighten the situation. Like, I've walked into business meetings with, you know what I mean? Heads of like, healthcare companies and everything else, cracking a joke, eating a donut. And they're all looking at me like, what is this mess walking in? The one with all the good ideas. Hear me out. But everybody relax, because you can't think, you can't hang out, you can't be your true, genuine self if you're sitting there trying to put on a face and act. Being genuine is like the most important thing. It helps people see you. They're going to see you more when you're genuine.
And that's the thing with TikTok. I don't understand. There are people that lie a lot, and I don't understand. Like, just be yourself. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm very big on the genuine. And again, I'm not going to sit here and say that because of my sarcastic jokes and I can crack a joke, and sometimes, oh no, a lot of the time, almost all the time, um, I'm being honest. I will say things that are completely inappropriate, and I know it and I catch it afterwards. But look, that's me being genuine. I am that person that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to say I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to hold back. I shouldn't have to. You know what I mean? I'm also the person that if you don't like me, I'm going to come sit next to you and we're going to have a chat. Probably a one-sided chat, but I'm going to smile. I'm going to make people feel uncomfortable. I'm just weird like that. Like, that's who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, things are not that serious.
I agree. Like, if you can't laugh at yourself and you can't laugh through life, like, what do you really have? You know?
That's it. I'm always, everything should always just be funny. Like, be calm. Well, not everything, like funerals and shit like that shouldn't be funny. I make them funny, but they shouldn't be funny. Um, there's times and places, I guess, but you know what I mean? It's like, man, I want to crack a joke. It's not a personal hit towards anybody. This whole, generation nowadays is butthurt, but you can't say nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say anything to anybody without it coming back and being like, I cracked a joke one time on a live, and man, if she see, I don't even care. I cracked a joke on a live one time. I was looking at Rod's, the way he was writing something, and of course, my mouth. I'm sitting there, I'm writing. I'm like, he can't even spell. I'm like, I was cracking jokes about it. When I tell you, to this day, somebody who had dyslexia in my chat took offense to that. But I wasn't talking about, he didn't have dyslexia. It wasn't even about that. But I was like, you know what I mean? I was just cracking, sitting there like, man, look at the spelling. The guy doesn't even know how to write. Like, I was just being my wise ass self, not intending to hurt anybody. And he who had dyslexia took a serious offense to it. And when I tell you that to this day, I still get messages of like, I can't believe you still haven't apologized to me. And I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong to you. I'm sorry you feel like you need an apology from me. I'm sorry that you feel upset that I said that, but I was cracking a joke. I was in the mood. I was just being funny. It's not like I said he had dyslexia. Dyslexia was never brought up. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm not going to apologize for something that I didn't do. I did not offend you. You know what I mean? If you took that
People are so
offensively,
soft
that's on
nowadays.
you. But that's not, I can't walk around not speaking and being my genuine self because you might take it away that you shouldn't take it. Does that make sense?
Yes. Your triggers are not my
Definitely.
problem.
That,
Yep.
that. You know what I mean? Like,
Because I mean, in order to make someone else's triggers your problem, first of all, you have to know who they are, and you have to know what those triggers are, and that's a lifetime of stuff that occurs in someone's life that causes them to have triggers. How are you supposed to know what people are triggered by? And again, it's like I tell my kids, the world does not care what your triggers are, so you're going to have to learn to adjust yourself to that, and it's just that simple.
oh, I was unmuted. No. I mean, I do agree that there are certain times where you got to be careful not to trigger people. Like if you're sitting there in a conversation talking about SA or some kind of abuse or mental health, like you got to be careful about how you say things because you're in a place where everybody's going to get triggered. However, in an everyday average Joe conversation, I'm not going to worry about, if I'm in a group of, 56 people right now, that if I just crack a joke, somebody's going to take it personally. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could crack a joke about anything. Like, the dog with 3 legs, and then this person has a dog with 3 legs, and I'm this horrible person now. So I cracked a joke about a dog with 3 legs. You know what I mean? Like, that's wild to me.
Yeah, people are super soft nowadays. Like, you really can't say anything, especially online, without severely offending someone. And I'm the same way. Like, I love an inappropriate joke. I laugh in uncomfortable situations. I laugh in traumatic situations. And that's just me. And that's what I'm going to do. And, like, I might give a trigger warning for like an online post, but I don't give trigger warnings in real life. Like, you get what you get, and hopefully you can handle it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You don't walk around giving trigger warnings in real life. You just can't function like that.
Right.
That's not the way it's meant to be. You know what I mean? So if you're going to take offense to something, then you need to look inside of yourself and figure out why that just triggered me and take care of that. That's, you know what I mean? That's your issue. That's not, you can't blame me because you have an issue with something. You know what I mean? Anarchy just said, the people of this current world are so self involved that they have no ability to laugh at themselves without taking offense. Humanity is way too sensitive. I agree with that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's a sad, it's not the same. When I was younger, people were not sensitive. People were tough, man. The stuff that people said to me or said around me, you know what I mean? Wait, my cat has 3 legs. Wait, my cat has 3 legs. Cat the dog got hungry because of the, because of the dog got hungry. See, now we're about to trigger someone, recliner. Be careful.
Anybody with a dog bite in the chat feeling triggered right now?
Buffy Love said, I laugh at inappropriate times. It's a nervous laugh. See, mine is not nervous. I don't know. I probably got some kind of issue. Oh, guys, I'm outside and there's a little family of bunnies in the middle of the street. Sorry.
Oh,
Aw.
Not everyone is, but people don't just ask, hey, what was that meant to be a joke? Was that meant to be insensitive or were you making a joke anymore? Comedians talk about this at great length. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. Sometimes I'm sitting there and I have, well, not everyone, most of you guys have seen me in my lives where I go off on these little rants and tangents. And that's me in real life. I do that in real life. I'll just go off on a rant and tangent. Guys, you've all talked to me personally. I just sit and rant. Okay. And I'll go off on a really funny rant. Now, if I'm sitting there and I'm going off on a really funny rant, like that's not where you need to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you know what I mean? It's like, come on. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm like, you go to a comedy show and let's be real. You sit somewhere near the front, you know that it's very well possible they're going to pick on you and they're going to harp on you for something. I can laugh at myself. You know what I mean? Like you could joke around about me and I'll laugh with you.
Yeah.
But it's the sensitivity, like stop being sensitive. And then these sensitive people are the meanest freaks though out there. They're the meanest fuckers. You know what I
so
mean? Because it's like
true.
they're taking insult. Oh my God, Ivory Rose. Why is she's over there and she's having a live and she's enjoying herself and there's people in there and oh my God, like that's not fair. That's triggering me. She's talking to people right now and then they're triggered because I'm sitting there just having a chat with my chat. And then tomorrow I'm some evil person. I'm the Don. I'm a Donette of all of TikTok. It's crazy. Like if me talking triggers people, I need you all to know that's a you problem. That ain't a me problem.
Facts.
Yeah, and I think if we as individuals like worked more on healing our triggers and like understanding ourselves a little bit better and like actually doing the work and putting a little bit of effort into those things, instead of worrying about the people that are triggering us and what they're doing and thinking that they're the problem, like we could probably like evolve a little bit more as like, humanity. Just saying.
You're right.
StreamYard, I can pin comments, man.
Look at you
Um,
go.
Yeah.
and we're regular people. So I know there's a lot of people, there's a lot of brands out there, okay, that are, this is my, like Mama Tot is one. Let's be real. We know that Mama Tot isn't Mama Tot in real life. All right. We've seen her in real life. A lot of people have. That's her persona that she, puts out for the internet. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, because on the internet she stays in that and she does nice things and she's sweet and she's something we all need, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's like a TV show. We know that these shows are not real life. However, we watch them and they still give us that warm fuzzy inside. You know what I mean? But there are some people that are true to who they are, and that's me. You know what I mean? Like don't put on a show. I'm exactly what you see is who I am. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like I'm a real person with feelings. And I think people forget that though. So when you're sitting there, you're coming hard at people, you're saying all this stuff. Guys, at the end of the day, we shut the camera off. And I don't think people realize that. You know what I mean? Like we shut the camera off just like the actresses call cut. And then you go live a whole real normal life, just like everybody else. You know what I mean? Like Ivory Rose knits. Did anybody know that? Ivory Rose can play the piano. You know what I mean? Like there's a bunch of crazy things that I do. You know what I mean? Like that people don't know about me. And so sometimes I feel like, you know what I mean? You want people to remember that at the end of the day, get to know me a little bit before you sit there, come harass me, dox me and my kids, do all of that, put my address and telephone number out there, talk crap, all of it. You know what I mean? Just remember at the end of the day, I'm a person who's got to protect their children just like everybody else. Oh, they got no lives. No, actually I do have a life. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm a business owner. There's so much more about me than the whole Gypsy Rose niche or the whole she's a TikTok creator or a YouTube creator or she's a Facebook, like, you know what I mean? She's a social media creator. There is so much more that you guys don't know about me. And all of us, not just me, it's everybody that, people got to keep in mind that at the end of the day, we shut it off. And that's what we do. Ivory goes and knits. Ivory goes and bakes with her kids. Ivory goes and cooks dinner. You know what I mean? She's not sitting there trying to come at people and doxing people. No, I couldn't care any less about who lives where, who's married to who, what their kids look like. I couldn't care any less, you know? But again, just like you want to sit there and cry victim to all of it. Oh, I'm a person. I'm this, I'm that. So am I. So when you come at me acting like not a person and acting like I don't have feelings when you come at me, just know that my feelings are going to make me react to your nonsense. Because again, I also have feelings and sometimes you just can't help but react because we're only human.
Absolutely. And when somebody's, pushing you to the edge with things like doxing, stalking, harassing, and things of that nature, I mean, it's going to come to a point. You know what I mean? And everybody has their limit, and you don't know what the next person's limit is. You don't know what people are or are not willing to tolerate and what they're capable of doing to handle things, and it's a dangerous game.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
What happened? Do we lose our host?
Where'd our host go?
Oh, snap. Well, that's why I'm really excited for
Oh, there
this
she is.
podcast,
I
and this
kicked
season,
myself
this
out.
era. I know. We were like, hello, where's our host?
That's so funny.
Me and
Oops,
Pink wanted our moment.
wrong button, guys.
Oh,
Oh man, I'm
Miss
doing it
Ivory,
again.
Miss Pink Pony, Miss Ivory. Someone wants to say goodnight. Good night.
Oh, good
Good
night,
night,
Sophie.
Sophia.
That's Pink and that's Ivory right there. Pam? Yeah, that's me.
Pam?
Good night,
Okay.
sweetheart.
All right.
Get
Good
some
night.
rest.
Get some rest.
Sweet dreams.
Man, I don't know what, hold on. I don't know what I did, but my thing looks a whole lot different than it did 2 minutes ago.
What do you mean?
It just looks funky. I don't know where I am, guys.
Well, we
Can y'all
see
see me?
you, we hear you. I mean, we don't see your face, but we see your little logo and we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. All right, I'm found again. I'm found.
We're
She's
back. We're back.
found. We're found. I know. Isn't she? She's Sophie's so cute. She's just the
She is
Yeah,
sweetest.
best.
she heard the song Pink Pony Club on our in the truck one day, and she goes, "Oh my God, I know her. I know
I
her."
love
Aw.
her.
And it has stuck. It's just stuck.
I want to be Sophia when I grow up. She is the best thing ever.
Yeah, she lives her best life. That one, that right there. Yep.
She does. She's like a little pixie.
Oh,
Yeah,
Anarchy just made a good point. She said, Ivory, whatever you do in your personal life is yours and yours to keep. What you do online and your content is amusing and interesting, and that's all we have any right or opinion to. Exactly that. That's exactly
That's
it.
so
You
well
said
put.
that.
I love that.
Yes, you put that really well. In fact, if you don't mind, I'm going to screenshot that. I'll credit you. I'll keep your name in it. But that was
I
really
love
well
that.
put. Yeah, that's
And that was
exactly
probably the
it.
most respectful thing I've ever seen ever. Right there.
Yeah. What?
It says it all.
What, her comment?
Yes. It's so respectful.
It is.
It's just putting out there what, what people need to hear right there. That's I think that just sums everything up.
That really does.
Yeah, that was beautifully put.
Man, I'm telling you. Your thing looks different too, Bucky. I don't know. I don't know what realm we just got put into, but we just bleeped somewhere. The
Can you guys
entitlement.
hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, they said my sound was weird in the comments,
Oh,
so I was just checking.
now you got a little bit of static, a little bit when you talk.
Okay, I'm gonna hop out and come back in.
Okay. Hopefully I find you. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Lumi just said it's the entitlement. The entitlement is wild online. Lumi, that right there too is a big thing. It's entitlement. People feel like, especially when it comes to just being a creator, when it comes to actually like having, a page and being, there's people on there that hang out and they're, you know what I mean? Like creating content isn't a big thing. They're just there for the show and they're there for everything else. And it's not like, but there are creators, and when they're sitting there and you're a creator and you've worked really hard to build this page and people feel like they have a right to your space, why didn't you put me in front of your audience? That's not fair. You blocked me. Why can't I be in front of your audience? I found Pink. And then they come after you. Every issue I have had on the internet, all of it stemmed from people not having a seat at my table because I quietly said, you know what? I'm not feeling too right about this. Something, red flag, call it whatever you want to. I just don't feel right about you, your content, who you're showing to be. And so and there's a lot of people that I've blocked. I've blocked people and I quietly move away and I don't say anything because I don't like the drama. And I used to say all the time, block people. It's a safety. And man, I'm taking that back because the second you block somebody and they don't get what they want from you and they're not put in front of your audience or they're not able to collab with you or they feel entitled to your space, to your channel, to your content, to all of it, that's when the vicious, evil people come out. And now I'm like concerned and I'll sit there and how many times you, Pink and Pam, and canceled if she's still in here, and even Magda, like all of you, have I said to you, man, I really want to block this person. I don't want to see the content. I don't want them to have access to my messages. And they're like, just block them. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what happens when I block people? Then all of a sudden, tomorrow, I reach this horrible person and my photos are online. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
It's
Oh
that's the
yeah,
problem.
and
true.
then you also get hit with the 300 emails and the 6 burner accounts that are coming for you from that same person. Yeah,
Yeah. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's
And then
terrifying.
it's the craziest. It's now I used to tell people block, it's a safety. Now I'm like, nah, man. I literally have to hold a council with people. Like my husband, I'll ask him, I'll call you guys and be like, hey guys, what do I do? Should I really just take a risk? I really don't want to see it anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, you know what I mean? It's like, what do you do? What do you do? You know what I mean? It's like, no, I don't block them, but then they're sitting there and they're the messages. And you guys don't know how many times I've had people privately message me. Here you are online talking crap about me. I haven't said anything, but meanwhile, you're literally sending me actual messages like, stop harassing. If I've blocked you on social media and I don't talk about you, I need you to not, you know that I'm asking for space. Can you please stop text messaging me? It's weird.
Yeah, it's like the boundaries make them go off the literal freaking deep end. Like that's literally been what has caused a lot of my online issues was setting boundaries with people. And that, like, does something where their brain snaps, and then they feel like they have to go on this, like, hate and harassment spree on, like, different burner accounts and stuff, and, yeah, it's just extreme. It's extreme behavior, and it's like the parasocial relationships, people can't get past them. It's like that chick, your stalker chick. What did she call you? Her family lover?
Yeah, you're my idol. You're my family lover. We're best friends. Like she made up this whole past, present, and future relationship that we had.
Not
Like
the
think
past,
about.
present, and future.
I'm not kidding. Like she's like, no, we've been friends for a while now, and I'm like, I saw you for the first time yesterday. But because she watched me for a while, that was a relationship. It's weird. And that's where the dangers come in. There really are not healthy, people on the internet. Let's be real. A lot of stuff has happened on the internet. And that's the problem. You know what I mean? That, you know, do I think that these people that doxed me intended for it to go as far as it did? You want me to be honest? No. I think they were just trying to intimidate me and scare me. However, you handed my personal information over to somebody who wanted to harm me and thought that we had some kind of relationship. That's what people don't understand, why people make such a big deal out of doxing. Well, who cares? Your information's on the internet. Yeah, but you literally just handed to them wrapped in a beautiful little tied up package. And now look what happened, you know? So, Nico, was it you who just asked me, other than doxing and threatening, have they gone any further? So, my house had 2 attempted break-ins in the last month and a half. There's been no increase in crime. There's been none of that. I've lived here 17 years. I've never had anybody try to break into my house. And it just so happened in the last 6 weeks, twice. I had to call 911. And my dogs actually, but the second set, I had to set my dogs on them. But yeah, so yeah, you know what I mean? Like people are coming to my home. When I tell you, I literally, those apps with the jail call. I get them about 10. I can show you a screenshot. I get them about 10 times a day. I get people calling my business phone. I get people, it's just all day long. When I tell you I get it all day long, it's crazy. It's crazy. I've never had anybody approach me physically yet. Hopefully it doesn't happen. But that's the problem is these people want to sit there and be like, oh, I'm a big bad bitch. I'm going to put your information online or I'm going to threaten you with just your street name. And you know what I mean? And do all that nonsense. However, thank you for just giving my information to all of the stalkers out there who actually want to physically hurt me. So that makes you just as bad as them. And that's the accountability they don't want to take. Ew, nobody had to know it was you. It was a threat either
Yeah.
way. I don't care.
Yeah. You did
You
it
know
to
what I mean?
yourself. That's the big one. You did it to yourself.
Yeah, it's just wild.
Yeah, I'm sitting here threatening you, but you called me out on it. So you did this to yourself. Nobody even knew it was you. I knew it was me.
I'm putting up pictures of people's houses and half addresses, half phone numbers, but I didn't give your information out. Okay.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm not saying anybody specifically did. I'm just saying, makes you wonder
Yeah.
though. I'm not gonna
It
lie.
does.
Exactly. It's victim blaming.
Well, it 100% is. Your
Mm-hmm.
children are not off limits. Well, what do you mean? I didn't even know you had children. Come on. All of that is done intentionally to scare you, to threaten you. And if you call it out, it's you're the bad person. Okay.
Yeah, Magda. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. It really is. It takes 3 seconds to use half an address, a name, or a photo to find someone. That's exactly it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You're making people interest. You're just piquing people's interest. You know what I mean? And then you know what the problem is? Now, do I think it was any specific person? I think I know who it was, but I'm not saying that it's any specific person, okay? But now you're going to sit there and you're going to go and you're going to put videos out and you're going to go on live and you're going to say, I'm going to give your information to people.
Mhm.
And then what happens? Somebody gave my information to people. Now, am I saying it's that person who did that video? No, I'm not saying that. But it really makes you think, right? Well, you were online on videos and on live saying that you're going to give my information out, and then somebody gives my information out. Now I got some chick saying we have a relationship and she's going to jump in a river if I don't come save her. So
Mhm.
makes me really wonder how you can't sit there and, you know what I mean? Most people will look at it as curiosity, but there could be one or two that misuse that information. Exactly. That's exactly it. You're putting the information in the hands of people who are dangerous. So if you didn't do it, you know what I mean? For any danger to happen, you did it just to be threatening online. Well, now you just became responsible for the person who could potentially kidnap my kid, come hurt me. You don't realize you're putting it in the hands of people that are dangerous.
Well, to be honest, I think that some of these people do realize what they're doing, but they're trying to keep their own hands clean.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Well, she didn't jump. She's still on TikTok. Diane,
Yes, she is still on TikTok and she is fine.
she is on TikTok. No, she didn't jump. Um, that man, I haven't looked at her. I can't even look at her page. I get all, you want to talk
Yeah,
about
don't
being
do it.
triggered.
No,
Man, I'm
no.
still triggered when my phone rings and it's like someone I don't know, or these apps that these people have me call and they're putting me in like, oh, I signed you up for therapy. How did our session go today? And I'm like, what therapy session? I didn't have online therapy with anyone, and like it's just wild.
Yeah.
Girlfriend didn't pop the floaties. Stop, Lumi.
That's too funny.
That is funny. They know they won't know any better until it really happens to them. Man, first of all, did you guys hear about Valeria Marquez? Is that her name? Marquez?
Yes.
Who
The
is that?
Mexican, she was a Mexican TikToker. Okay. She had a large following. She was up by me, like I think it was 100 something thousand.
Yeah.
And she was in a salon on a live. Okay. And somebody comes in, they deliver her something. It's like a stuffed animal, stuffed pig or whatever. And I don't know if I think he left and came back in. He came back
Yeah.
in and he shot her on the live and killed her
Oh my God.
on the live. He killed her.
Yep.
Someone just said, sadly, it was her friend who orchestrated it, though. Was it anarchy? I didn't know
Oh
that.
my God.
Was it the friend in the salon? But again, think about it. That's the jealousy. I'm sure there was an entitlement issue there or a jealousy or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's really scary that people can do that. Like, your friends can orchestrate something like that. Then what do the people who don't like you do?
Well, Ivory, I mean, think about it. That's exactly what happened to you and I when we went live at a restaurant. We had people that, we spoke to occasionally that were friendly with us, just from online that were trying to find us and locate us in real time. Like, what was their intention? You know what I mean? That was when I first had like a startling realization that, like, there are people who secretly hate you on the internet and would want to cause harm to you, like what would you do with somebody's location in real time other than swat them or send somebody after them? Like at no point does that end well. You know what I mean? And that was like when I was like, okay, this is not fun anymore. You know what I mean? Like this is not a joke. Like this is weird.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really disheartening. It's really scary. It was the friend in the salon, Magda. Yeah. Magda said that it was a friend. Like, think about it. The friend who was jealous, who did it with an ex. And then she, I guess on live, you can see the woman, after the woman went down and she was shot, you could see the friend in the salon walk over and shut the live off. So casually, too. And it was just like,
Oh
man,
my
if a,
God.
if a friend can do that, what do the people that don't like you do? You know what I mean? That's a
Literally.
really scary thought. You know what I mean? That I could be sitting here on live. Somebody knows my address now, and I could be sitting here on live and get blasted. Like, think about
Yeah.
how wild that is.
Yeah.
Man, that's so scary. And she was so young too. Like, I mean, not that old people deserve that. Nobody does. But like, man, like the girl was just sitting there living her life, doing her thing. And it's the jealousy. It's the jealousy, the entitlement, the envy, you know what I mean? Like, you feel that, you're owed what other people work so hard for. It's crazy. Whether it be content or boyfriends or whatever it is, it's people feel like they deserve what you have, and it's wild. Yeah, people who don't like you and don't even know you, people forget that most people online aren't who they are offline. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Canceled said we don't owe anyone really online. They could be child predators that try to hurt your children. Even that's the reality and the danger of it. That's exactly it.
Absolutely.
And you know what's funny is if you, I don't know, a lot of you have been around since the beginning when I started in this niche. And when I first started, if you guys remember correctly, people in the chat would ask me like, where do you live? What state do you live in? Like, how many kids do you have? And I would always lie. I gave a different answer every live. I live in North Carolina. I live here. I live there. I never actually gave the right one. I never, and then so the point where someone called out, but you had 6 kids last time. And I'm like, oops, I didn't remember how many I was running with, or, you know what I mean? I don't have kids, or, you know what I mean? Just because I didn't want to put too much. That's how much I was trying to hide, like the personal stuff about my family out of fear that I would lie and make all these things up. I live in North Carolina. I'm still in New Jersey. Like, I'm still here. People eventually found out and realized that I wasn't telling the truth, but how people ended up knowing who I was and all of the actual information was from other people who my biggest mistake was thinking people were good people and trusting them. I trust nobody now to the point where it affects everything I do. I trust nobody. You know what I mean? But yeah, I have no trust for anybody anymore because, here I am thinking, and again, in real life, if you're best friends with somebody, you know what I mean? Or, you know somebody and you don't talk to them anymore, do you really like start going after people? Nah, usually just separate ways. Why can't the internet be just like that? If you were once in my live or you were once, you know what I mean, like going to start a podcast or whatever, you know what I mean? And then we don't like each other anymore. Why can't you just go away and do you like you would in real life? Why do it's just wild to me. It's the
Yeah.
attention too. Anyone
Yeah,
who's
it's really scary.
asking, yeah, at this stage is automatically sus, in my opinion. Man, yeah, I don't listen. People have noticed that my messages, my emails, like I'm like terrified to answer people back because it's like I don't know. I'm gonna give you an email and you're gonna run my IP address. It's like wild. Where my mind
Yeah, or
goes
you're
right
gonna
now.
think we're in a relationship. Like that's so creepy.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I have to say that was freaking wild. And here I am talking about it's over, thinking like I'm talking about the text messages, and this chick's thinking I broke up with her.
You
And then she went real heavy on the man, you're an evil person, you're horrible, my death is gonna be like, oh, she went psycho. the second I said it's over, and I just meant the text messaging is over.
Yeah,
But
she
yeah,
lost. She lost it. Magda said she'll answer your emails for you.
yeah, right. Seriously, I should. I should sit there, make my kids or someone, or really get someone to be like, just forward me the ones that you know them, or you know what I mean. I don't answer messages from people anymore unless I see them in my chat a lot.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I
smart.
mean? Like if Allie or Magda or you know what I mean, Holla Mom, Lumi, like they sent me a message, I would answer it. But if I haven't seen your name in my chat, I'm not. You're getting nothing from me.
Yeah, stranger danger.
Yeah, for real, for real.
Yeah. It's like I
Ah,
always say, they go from fan to felon in like a second.
man, that should be like that would be an interesting ID channel like show.
Fan
Fan
to
to
Yeah.
felon.
felon.
From fan to
Ooh.
felon.
You know, do it about social media. How many social media people get off, or you know what I mean, like because of nonsense, people that are jealous, or you know what I mean. Like, I'm sure there's
Lumi
tons
said
of
you
them.
need a whistle.
Seriously, that's so funny. I can't.
Seriously though.
But on that note, guys, this ran longer than I thought it was going to run. It's a little bit after 11, so I am going to end this here. But y'all, I had a good time. It was fun. I
It
had a
was
fun
great.
chat. I hope everybody in the chat had a good time too.
Thanks, chat. We love you guys. Seriously, y'all kept it positive and you guys are just so supportive and sweet. I love everybody in here and thank you guys so much. And thank you, Ivory, for facilitating a space like this for all of us to hang out and just have good conversations, good vibes, and all of that. I appreciate it so much.
Oh yeah, and thank you to
Absolutely.
everybody new that came in. Everybody new that, that showed up and stayed. That was pretty cool. We got to meet some new people tonight, so I love that.
Yes, I agree,
Definitely.
guys. Thank you so much, guys, for coming up. Thank you, guys, in the chat. I appreciate all of you. I love all of you. And, guys, we will see you next time.
Good
Good night,
night.
guys.
Good night, everyone.
Hey, how do I get out of here? Oh, crap. Wait, where's the end button? I lost the end button. Oh, man, am I still here? Um, why is it saying that I'm still live?